What is up, Hero Front fam? Thank you so much for joining me. I would watch this on YouTube, or better yet on Spotify, where you can listen to it and see the video, because this was filmed live, and it was filmed with my co-host and one of my best friends, Mike Rosa, and it was such an incredible, inspiring story, and I cannot wait to share it with you. I want you to meet Airman Smiley. Now, this guy was on his first PCS. He has a wife, he has children. He's a young airman traveling from New Mexico to Florida. And when he stopped, I believe it was New Mexico, his entire U-Haul plus his vehicle was gone. It had vanished. All of his belongings, all of his heirlooms, everything close to him and his wife was gone. And it gets worse. It was a job done by professionals, and the stuff has never been found to this day. Here's the beautiful part, though. The beautiful part is that the veteran community, including Black Rifle Coffee Company, rallied around Airman Smiley and his family, and $15,000 was raised for this kid and his family so they can get back on their feet. The love, the community support was through the roof. So filming live and recording live in Black Rifle Coffee Company in Niceville is such an incredible experience. It just has an amazing environment and ambiance to it. Plus, we're drinking some of the best coffee on planet Earth, so that helps. They surprised Airman Smiley with a gift basket. Just let him shop throughout the store, and when we went to check out for our drinks, all the merch and coffee, etc., free of charge for this kid. They did it out the kindness of their heart. And you know, it's one of those things where that might not fix the problem, but just the surprise, the care, the forethought into looking out for this young airman is what matters most. And that's what touched his heart and it touched mine. And we had an incredible conversation. So let's get after it. Hey, last but not least, if you are listening to just the promo and not the full episode interviewing Airman Smiley is on HeroFrontPodcast.com, or search Hero Front on YouTube or any music streaming app, and it'll be the most recent episode. Let's get after it. Anyways, all right, so we were just sitting here talking with Kwasi. I pronounced it right?
Yep.
Kwasi. What's your last name, man?
Smiley.
Kwasi Smiley, who we have seen all over social media, from some super bad news where your U-Haul on your first PCS was stolen.
Yes, sir.
Like, not just what's inside, like the entire U-Haul is gone.
Yes, sir.
And that is just absolutely brutal, because we were just talking in line a minute ago that, you know, we bring the personal stuff with us so that we don't lose it in TMO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's more than just like a financial thing. It's your heirlooms, your documentation for taxes or passports, etc., are all in that U-Haul. And so, like, that's what came to my mind when I first read your article. And it's really cool that, you know, we're sitting here talking to you now. You're a really awesome dude. So thank you for, you know, meeting up with us, spending time with us. So we'll just start with just hearing a little bit about the base that you came from, what you do, if you have your family here with you, and then kind of go into your PCS and your drive here.
Okay. Oh, like you said, Kwasi Smiley, that's my name. Weapons on the 35s here at Eglin. I was prior weapons on MQ-9s at Holloman Air Force Base. Very first PCS. Been at Holloman for 6 years. Got orders to Eglin Air Force Base. Was very excited bringing my family down here. Start off a new life, new journey, new base.
So you have a wife and how many kids?
We have 3 kids total.
What are their ages?
2 4-year-olds and a 9-month-old.
Wow. You got your hands full.
Honestly.
I know that drive had its ups and downs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was in the U-Haul with just me and my dog in the U-Haul, so it wasn't that bad for me. But my wife had to deal with it, and we had my mother-in-law with us, so it wasn't too bad for her.
So first PCS, been in 6 years, coming from Holloman, long drive to get down here at Eglin Air Force Base, Florida. And unfortunately, during this first PCS, this first family trip, something very unexpected happened, and that is literally your entire U-Haul disappeared. So why don't you run me through that? Was it night or morning when you noticed?
It was in the morning time.
So why don't you run me through that morning?
We stopped about, I want to say like 10 o'clock at night, looking for a hotel to stay at. Found our hotel, parked the car, parked my wife's car, my U-Haul, in the parking lot, roulette area. It had cameras, so we thought it would be fine. Went to go to sleep, came down about 5:40-ish, 6 o'clock to get wipes from my wife's car. Looked over, seen that the U-Haul was gone, but like I was telling him, I was out of it. Yeah. I just woke up, wasn't too sure what I was seeing. Thought I was just made a mistake. Maybe it's just because I'm tired. So go to the car.
So that's one of those moments that's like so unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like
that your mind goes to, oh, my mind's playing tricks on me. There's no possible way this huge U-Haul is just vanished.
Pretty much, like I said, I thought I was. I'm just tripping. Like I'm tired. That's why. Like I don't see it because I'm tired. Go to the car, get the wipes. Then I look back after I get the wipes. I look back, see if the U-Haul still, if it was there. I'm like, I still don't see it. Okay, so I go upstairs, ask my wife, "Hey, did you move the U-Haul?" She said no. Asked my mother-in-law, "Did she move it?" She said no. So I was being optimistic still. Maybe it got towed away. I don't think anybody would steal it. Maybe it just got towed. Okay. So I go down to the front desk to ask them, "Hey, have y'all seen the U-Haul out there?" He said, "Yeah, I seen one." I asked him, "Did it get towed?"
He's like, "Yeah, I saw it go that way." You're like, "Wait, what? Where?"
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, did it get towed?" He's like, "No. Usually tow trucks don't come and just tow stuff for no reason. We have to call." So at that point, I went to, it got stolen.
Did you run that by them? Like, hey, do y'all think this got stolen? Because it should be here.
Yeah. So the person at the front desk, he was very helpful. He was like, "I'll check the cameras." Immediately went to go check the cameras, played it back, and he was able to see when exactly it got stolen. Then he went out from the camera room, came and got me. He was like, "Hey, you want to see this?" I'm like, "Yeah." Played it through. It got, their cameras were messed up, so it was showing it showed that I just missed it. So it showed it happened at 5 o'clock ish, but it really happened at 4. Their cameras were time was off. So 4 o'clock. Whoa! I had went outside around 1 to just go to my car, get some stuff. So from 1 o'clock to 4, the 3-hour window, they stole it. So it was like, yeah, it happened fast. You can see the truck circling the parking lot multiple times. They stopped by the U-Haul. They got spooked off. We thought they were about to leave. The camera looked like they're about to leave because they drove out the parking lot, went around, came back in. One person hopped out. It's a white truck. He's blocking the view of the camera, so you can't see anything. The person that got out, he busted the window, jumped in it. They both take off in a matter of seconds. So
they were professionals then. I mean, it's not easy to take a U-Haul and then know how to block the cameras, and they they cased the joint. They drove around a few times and made sure nothing jumped out at them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what was going through your mind when you saw that footage?
A lot. At first, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "This isn't real. This, it can't be real. This is not happening right now." Anger. I was very angry.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you hear about it, but then when it happens to you, it's different.
It's a whole totally different thing. It's like a shock. You see it all the time on TV, hear about it all the time, through social media, the news, whatever. But until it actually happens to you, you're you don't really think about it. Like you see, like, oh, that sucks. Like, or that's too bad. But like when it actually happens, and you're like
it's hard to because you're kind of like your guard's down. You know what I mean, and like you're vulnerable, and I mean you hear about the things, and you're like, oh, that wouldn't happen to me. Like I know what to look for. I'm gonna play it safe, but then you check all your bases. It's a well-lit area. There's cameras. You're at a hotel, whatever, and like I'm gonna rest for a little bit, relax, and then when you least expect it, it happens.
I think it's also alarming how easy it is.
Right. Yeah.
You think it'd be harder than that, but
honestly,
it's really not. Like we're much less safe than we think we are.
And you would also think that they would have trackers in their vehicles. They don't. You think they have like some type of anti-theft system. They don't. Like
it's because they have insurance.
We watched NCIS or NCIS or whatever on TV, and they're like, "Oh, we already tracked them.
Yeah,
we know exactly where they are right now."
But in reality, they're like, "No, we have insurance. You can have it."
Pretty much. Like,
we'll take a new one. Thank you very much. So when you saw the footage and reality sunk in that this thing's probably never coming back. Or did you think? Were you hopeful? Did you think, hey, the police will find it? Did you think this is gone forever?
What do the steps look like after you even find out someone just did that?
I pretty much call police and wait to file a police report, and then after you file a police report, it's pretty much a waiting game.
Because you're at a city that you're not from, right?
Yep.
And you don't plan on staying there.
So it's like, obviously, it's like. At that point, if you're not from there, it's just phone calls and not really getting answers from people. It's always, oh, well, this is happening or that's happening. Well, we got new cases. So it's like, you're just waiting. And it's like, all right, there's not much I can do besides wait. And hopefully something happens. But to answer you, we were hopeful that they were just take electronics, take whatever out of my car. My car was hooked up to a tow dolly to the U-Haul, and I had like my PlayStation and stuff in there. So we're just hoping they take just valuable stuff and just leave everything else, like paperwork. I had like my high school diploma, and I put my title to my car, put my birth certificate, put my social security card, all inside that, like in the sleeve of it. So I was hoping like they just see high school diploma and just toss it, but
have some decency.
Yeah, just like leave the senseless stuff. It's like, why would I need a high school diploma? Like, or why would I need somebody's paperwork? Or why would I need a picture? Like, why would I need cards, birthday cards, stuff like that? But we don't know if they took it out the truck. We don't know if they even like what they did with the truck. They still haven't found the truck.
So they haven't found nothing.
Nothing at all, whatsoever.
Yeah, that was the other surprising part for me, was that they didn't find it.
Yeah.
You know, that this isn't their first rodeo, whoever these people were. They had a plan. They knew where this thing was going.
Yeah. That happened on Sunday morning. They took our stuff, and on that Friday before that, they were caught on camera stealing somebody's trailer. So like it was an hour away from Fort Worth where our U-Haul got taken. So it was like they're traveling. They're not just secluded to one area. They're actually moving around. They're planning it out. They have like fake plates, so they're not dumb. They believe that they're using a stolen truck to get around in. So they're not dumb people. Like, they're very smart, especially to be able to take a whole U-Haul in a matter of seconds
and then just make it vanish.
Yeah, and they were able to avoid traffic cameras, so they can't be following traffic cameras. Police can't track them without them. They can't track the license plate because it's a fake plate. So it's like, the only thing they can't track is my car, and there's no telling where that's at, if they're even using it, or if they haven't already switched the plates out. So,
holy cow! What did your insurance think of all this?
They're very, very helpful. obviously just go through the regular stuff of filing claims. They've talked me through everything, how to do it. I'm just waiting get my stuff cleared so I can obviously get.
So they like the police. They would need a police report uploaded and all that information. I'm sure. Yeah. Dang.
How many extra days did you stay there?
We stayed from. So the night we got there, which was Saturday, until I think Wednesday. So it was like what? From April 30th to May 3rd, 4th, one of those days.
And then you just decided to move on and
pretty much can't wait there forever.
Yeah.
So it's like just get a rental car and keep going.
Was there anything that you and your wife were just reality sunk in where you're like, we're missing blank and we're never getting it back?
Reality didn't sink in until I would say we actually got to Florida, and we actually were able to stop and like sit down and talk and actually see exactly what's missing. Because like we forgot, it was like so much going on. We forgot about everything. Like I forgot about the electronics, most of the electronics. We had a lot of stuff. I forgot about like stuff my brother had gave me. She forgot about stuff that her grandma had gave her. So it was like a lot of stuff that we actually just like totally forgot about when we was talking to the police and stuff. And through the whole drive, we were like, "Oh, that's all. It only took this. Like, it's okay." Then, like I said, when we actually sat down, when we got here, sat down, we were able to breathe because we finally was off the road. That's when
you're like, wait a minute, there's more to it than we thought. Like you were saying in line, your brother, he passed away in 2018, and you had some of his belongings that really you can't put a dollar on those things.
Yep.
And so, like when I read your story, that's exactly, I was thinking of the heirlooms, because I was thinking financially we could always try to get you help financially, but it's those like precious heirlooms that you just can't put a price on it. You know what I mean? So that broke my heart, man. But what did warm my heart a little bit with the situation was just, I don't think I've ever seen, at least recently, anyone rally around someone and just be so motivated to help someone in need. Like I saw what happened to you. That blew me away. It really did, especially because with COVID and all that, like, just hadn't seen positive news in a while. You just don't get, like, you see a lot of situations where someone gets screwed or war or whatever, but you don't always see it, people try to rectify it and make it better. So I was hoping you could tell us a story on how you ended up getting help and how it kind of, in a sense, went viral and everyone helping you and supporting you. Like, how did all that kick off?
So immediately after it happened, filed a police report, and we told our supervision from the base we were coming from, so from Holloman, and they like immediately jumped on it. From our flight chiefs to our superintendent, instantly like, what do y'all need? Okay, we're gonna reach out to leadership at Airman for y'all. Like, okay, so they got us in touch with our first search, got us in touch with our flight chiefs, and it went from there. Our flight chiefs back at Holloman, they set up a GoFundMe for us. We didn't know about it until, he tricked my wife into making her give her information to him, because we were like, he was like, I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe, and she was like, no, like, you don't have to, it's fine. So he just like, okay, like, what's your personal email? I gotta send you this stuff to fill out. And she sent them a personal email, but she didn't know that he was linking her email to the GoFundMe for us. And then people sharing it. Honestly, it's just like everybody sharing our story is what actually like made it go.
You didn't have anybody that said, "Hey, is this you?" that saw it before you found out that it was a thing.
Not really. We had like just people reaching out. So it was like just random people. So it was like, but we knew once the account got linked to my wife's email, we knew, and I think my wife might have posted about it, like what happened before the actual GoFundMe started going.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure she posted about it, and because of that, also we got like, hey, this happened here, like that's how we knew about the whole trailer theft the Friday before, because the person that was involved in that, she posted or commented on my wife's post about it. So it's just like my wife. I wasn't gonna post it. I didn't want to post it. I was like, I don't want nobody in our personal life like that. So it was like, I was gonna leave it to her.
Are you more reserved like that?
Very reserved.
Yeah. That's how I am. I don't talk about my stuff.
Yeah. Everywhere we go, if I'm with my wife, she does all the talking. I let her talk to people. I don't like talking to people for real. So this is like a new thing to me.
You're doing good so far.
I'm trying.
Doing a podcast, it's a pretty big jump.
Honestly. Yeah, because a lot of people gonna see this. Like I said, I don't like talking. But yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man, and we're blessed to have you. So, I'm not sure if all that you went into the Airman NCO, Senior NCO page. Have you touched on that yet?
I haven't.
So like that's kind of where the trajectory just went straight up. With like the awareness of your situation, right?
For military people, yeah. So like obviously personal people knew about it. People close to us knew about it. But once it was on there and like people sharing it multiple times on there, and then they share it themselves, that's like when like a lot of Air Force military people start reaching out to us directly, asking questions, asking if we need anything, giving words of support, just words of encouragement, all that. So that's like when it really like messages start really rolling in.
Yeah. What are some of like the feelings that you had with this overabundance of support?
Like I was telling you earlier, it was like overwhelming at first. It still is kind of overwhelming. People want to help us. Like we're not used to people helping, so it's like just people wanting to help. Obviously, it's like overwhelming, but it's also very like joyful, like warm feeling. People actually caring. You don't get that a lot of days. Don't get people who actually care. People who want to help you. You don't see that a lot. So it was like very, very joyful and overwhelming at the same time.
Yeah, that's a lot to process, man. Like you go from complete panic, feeling helpless, and pretty much violated that someone just came in and just stole a piece of your life and no one could do anything about it.
Yeah.
So you go from that, the frustration, the anger, probably afraid, if that can happen, what else can happen? Going to a new place, so you got all those emotions. And then suddenly just bombarded with like positivity and people trying to help when, that's not normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're not on the receiving end of like thousands of people hitting us up trying to help. That's an unusual circumstance to
Honestly.
be in. Right? So you went from like an airman in the Air Force just trying to PCS to thousands of people, tens of thousands of people trying to support you and help you, and that's a lot of different like push and pull with like just being emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I was telling you too earlier, like a lot of people get a tremendous amount of joy from helping someone. You know what I mean? And so it's a give and take relationship. So like, because you were saying you weren't sure how to feel about like the overabundance of like help.
Yeah.
Like a part of you even felt like guilty about it.
Yeah, 100%. It was like, should we accept help? Because there's always somebody out there who needs more help. There's always somebody out there who's doing way worse than us. Obviously, our stuff got taken, but some people don't have stuff to get taken. So it was like kind of guilty. Like we can buy all this stuff ourselves. Like, we don't need people buying it for us. So it's like, it's like you don't want to take it, but you also like don't want to seem like you're like, oh no, I don't need it. Like, I guess being like arrogant like about it.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah,
it's unusual to find yourself in that scenario. And you know, my take on it is that you're giving them joy by letting them help you. Right. You know what I mean? So don't feel bad about that. If there's any part of you that did feel bad about that, I would just see how you could pay it forward. Mm-hmm. That's how I would approach it. Like, hey, I needed 100% of help, and I'm at 300%.
Yeah.
So how can I pay that extra 200% forward? I would look at it that way. You know what I mean? You got anything, Mike?
Me? I'm curious. Did you get to hear about people like going through similar like events or situations? Did they reach out to you with their stories or anything like that?
Not really. It was like, well, also, I don't really read comments because people are mean. So it's like, so if somebody commented about it, I wouldn't have read it unless they actually send me a message. But I've only seen like a news article about somebody who, same thing, was traveling. U-Haul got taken. I think they were in Oregon when it happened, somewhere up north. But that's about like the only thing I actually seen or heard about. And then besides the lady that commented on our post saying her trailer got taken, also, that's about it.
Right. So after all the support, because this is pretty recent, I'm pretty new with the whole story and all that. So this happened pretty recently. How close are you guys to getting to a point where you feel more like closer to where you were? Because you can't make up for those things that were stolen, you know, but you can get to a point where you feel like you got most of the things.
I mean, just based off of the GoFundMe alone, it was like we feel like we could be okay with that.
That's awesome.
Obviously, everything extra helps out a lot, but just with the GoFundMe, we feel like we can do this.
If he wouldn't have made that for you without you knowing, do you think that ever would have got made?
Probably not.
I probably wouldn't either.
Yeah, like I said, we didn't want to make one ourselves. We didn't want to put it out there that we needed help. Right. So without him, it was them, I should say, it wouldn't have happened whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome they did that.
Honestly, unless somebody obviously later on maybe could have done it, but the initial, no.
Did you know them?
Yeah, that's my flight chief.
Pretty closely?
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
It's you can tell somebody knows somebody when, even though you say no or you're like on the fence about stuff, they do it anyway because they know what's best for you.
Yeah.
That's when you know like they cared about you. So it's good that, you know, that leadership, they thought they knew the best thing and they went on your best interest. So, I mean, I'm glad it happened. Cause
yeah, we're obviously glad it happened because it helped out.
Yeah.
Very appreciative of them going against our word. So, yeah.
So what was going through y'all's mind when you saw the GoFundMe and the incredible heights that it reached?
Like, at first it was like, oh no. It was like, people are going to know about it. People are going to know what happened to us. People are going to be mean about it. People are going to help. So at first it was like an oh no feeling. Because with every good thing, every good comment, there's also a bad comment.
Yeah, which
so
you talked about.
Yeah, people being just themselves. But then after a while, after we seen it, we was like, okay, like, thanks to everybody. Like I said, very appreciative.
Was there any particular comment or donation that stands out to you?
Somebody donated $1,000.
Jeez, just one person dropped $1,000. Wow.
So that obviously is like, thank you. People commenting. I don't remember the price or how much they donated, but they left like comments like we're all one big family, like weapons, we always stick together. Military, like always stick together no matter what. So just like those things, and then obviously the negative comments. Somebody said we were scamming people. That is all. It's a fake, pretty much, because like my mother-in-law had joined the Airman NCO page. Obviously, she's not military, so she don't know anything about it. But she joined the page like 2 minutes ago, and she's commented on here. So obviously, they're scamming people. Like, why would somebody that just joined comment about their story, like stuff like that?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
unreal.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, the good far outweighs the bad in this particular
100%.
situation. Trolls will be trolls, but I will say that, you know, coming from there's a lot of people that are coming from a place of love and genuinely cared and wanted nothing in return. And it's always inspiring, I feel like, to see someone rally around someone like in need. You know what I mean? Like it really is inspiring to actually see the good in people come out, like you were saying.
Yeah.
It kind of restores your faith. You know what I mean? It restored mine when I saw just how far it went. I thought, man, they really helped this guy. Like they really help. They really care and want to change his life. Like that was just heartwarming to me. You know.
Same. Like I said, like especially like after we reached the goal, and people are still like, the goal doesn't matter. Like we're still gonna donate. Like we're still gonna give y'all clothes. We're still gonna give y'all furniture. Like we're still gonna help y'all kids out, like with stuff. So.
Because
like,
kids stuff and furniture stuff ain't cheap, man.
It really ain't.
No, it's not. It's not. And I'll tell you what.
It's not at all.
I was in a situation where me and my wife, we almost lost my son when he was born, and he had to go to a NICU. And when we were stationed in Whiteman, you got to drive super far for everything. There's nothing local, especially a NICU or something specific to, you know, helping a child survive. And so we kind of fell into this strange loophole financially, where to see our son, to make that drive or to stay in a hotel, we had to use our own funds. There's nothing to cover that. There was nothing to cover the trip, the gas, or the hotel. And so we spent a ton of money, you know, visiting him. And FSS, I was in honor guard, so FSS at Whiteman, they put together money. I couldn't even tell you how much that it was. I really don't remember. But what I do remember was that they cared enough to like all come together to like give me what they could to help with that without me even asking. You know what I mean? So that always stuck with me. You know what I mean? Maybe not the number in particular, but just the thought behind it.
Yeah.
And feeling that like that community support like really did help me get through it.
Yeah, even if we made half our goal, like obviously just people wanting to help would have impacted our lives a whole lot. Like we were stressed the whole time, stressed out, worried about how we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do that. Obviously, I wasn't speaking it, but I felt it, and I also felt it from my wife. She didn't want to show it, but I could see it on her face. Like people. Just like the little things, like comments. Like you leave a comment, a positive comment, like obviously it's gonna make me feel better that you care, that you thinking about me and my family, that you want to see us be better, get better, want to see us move forward in life. So it's like dollar amount doesn't matter. Like it's just you as a person caring about somebody else. And genuinely feeling like making that person feel good. That's what matters.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. Thank you for sharing that.
It's funny because the NCO, senior NCO page is usually not for that type of like atmosphere.
Honestly, that's why we thought like people are about to like just
roast.
Yeah, like
make it a troll or like their own joke or whatever.
Yeah, they surprise you sometimes. You know, I'd say 9 out of 10 times they'll post something just to say, hey, let's laugh at this.
Yeah.
Let's poke fun at this. They won't even say anything. They'll just post a picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They won't even have a caption to it.
Yeah.
But then every so often, they'll surprise you with, like, actually helping a situation. You know what I mean? So I guess I have a love-hate relationship. I've been roasted on that page more than once. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that page, like many others. So coming to a close here, man, I do want to hear if you had anyone that you wanted to give a shout-out to or a thank you to. I thought would be kind of cool to kind of give you that moment to say something to them.
I always thank you to my flight chiefs back at Holloman, Sergeant RC, Sergeant Sheffy, Sergeant Harrison. They were obviously there as soon as it happened. We messaged them. They were very helpful with everything. I'd like to say thank you to my flight chiefs here, my first shirts. They got us new uniforms or boots. Got money together for us. Just everybody who cared about us, everybody who donated, everybody who left comments, everybody who sent us things. Thank you. Like, appreciate everything. We'll never forget this. Never forget it. And I'll definitely pass it forward. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Mike, you got any last final thoughts?
Do you have any tips or advice if somebody's going through not like the same situation, but I don't know, some struggle PCSing or some hardships with this stuff?
If you're PCSing, make sure you stay in contact with somebody, whether it be at your base you're leaving, base you're going to. Stay in contact with somebody. Put some type of tracking devices like air tags in your U-Haul, in your personal vehicles. Put it throughout your personal belongings, like pack it in your boxes. Know the area that you're at. Plan your trip out. And just be vigilant. And I don't want to say don't trust people, but just be on your guard, because anything can happen at any time, obviously. And also, don't just take your faith out of humanity. Also, keep it, because people do care. People will help. People want to help.
Awesome. Well, man, I want to thank you so much for coming to Black Rifle with us, sitting down there. You weren't here, but before we leave, like, we checked in, they're like, hey, I'm Josh, I'm here with doing the podcast episode, and like, they read his story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, hey man, before you go, pick out 2 shirts, 2 mugs, some coffee, some hats.
Sweet.
Like, it's on the house. Like, we just want to help you, man. And like, that just totally was like the cherry on top. Just checking into this random spot, and then
don't know these people. They know me somehow. Like,
and then they're already like throwing love at you. I'm like, that's incredible. I mean, that is just so special. So thank you for coming here with us, man. You got friends now. You're not alone. I have young children as well. So if you ever want to get together, man, I live on Eglin. He lives not too far from the base. You guys are both on the flight line. So, hopefully this isn't like a one and done thing. I want to continue to hang out, support, and just kind of bring back that community, especially for someone that, lost a lot of personal belongings and is brand new to the area. So thanks for spending time with us, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for having me on here.
Absolutely.